Whenever you're ready.
The estimated number of banks, stagecoaches, and robberies that took place at the hand of Jesse Woodson James is well over 500. The amount of money that he stole in his time was around $110,000. That compared today is roughly $2.2 million. My entire life, I have been fascinated with him. After all, I was named after him. My name is Jesse James Johnson. I've always been intrigued by him. I've read many books, watched many documentaries, and a lot of popular films that have been produced. Today, I will discuss with you the early years of Jesse, his involvement in the Civil War, his activities in the gang, and what brought the gang to its end, which was ultimately his death. There is no evidence that supports Jesse James as being in his time, a Robin Hood, robbing, stealing and giving to the poor and helping the poor. Essentially, he was a murderer and a thief. Pulitzer Prize winner and National Book Award winner J.J. Stiles in September 2002 published a book. Jesse James was his name. The early years of Jesse James, he was born in September 5th, 1847 in Clay County, Missouri, where he was the son of a hemp farmer that had migrated from Kentucky. His father, at the age of 2, left with the gold rush to preach to people looking for gold. He was a Baptist minister. At Jesse's age of 3, he had passed away. Jesse grew up in the state of Missouri that had bordering states that supported both the Union and the Confederacy for the up-and-coming Civil War. Jesse would eventually end up serving in the Confederate Army, and his involvement may have shaped the man that he turned out to be. William A. Settle, an author who has published many books about the life of Jesse James, published a book, The Man Who Killed Jesse James, in August of 1997. At the age of 16, he joined the Civil War as a member of Quantrell's Raiders. It was no longer being led by Captain Quantrell. He had been previously murdered. The organization was currently being led by Fletch A. Taylor. After the death of Fletch Taylor, there was a big battle. Jesse was wounded in the chest. He went back to his hometown of Liberty, Missouri, in Clay County. After he healed up and got back on his feet, the Civil War was ending, and he was kind of in the middle of what was going on. His reasoning for turning to bank robbing was ultimately revenge over the person who had killed Fletch A. Taylor, the commander of Quantrell's Raiders at the time he was in the war. Ultimately, in 1868, Jesse and Frank joined Cole Younger and began robbing banks. They were their first bank was in 1868. They were ultimately became famous in in 1882 and 1869 after robbing a bank in Gatlin, Missouri. Winner of the Milton Perry Best Book Award, outlined some of the facts about the death of Jesse James in her book, A Man Who Killed Jesse James, published July '94. April 3rd, 1882, Jesse James was in the back of a bar, and Bob Ford had spoken to him about going and talking about their next robbery. In the back of the bar, Bob Ford shot him in the back of the head. The murder of Jesse James became a national sensation. The governor was quick to pardon Bob for the murder, and ultimately the end of the James gang. I've discussed with you here today a high-level timeline in the life of Jesse Woodson James. that he was the son of a Baptist minister, and he'd become a known outlaw at the age of 22. There's no evidence that supports Jesse James as being a Robin Hood, somebody helping out the poor. As a young boy, my mother used to sing a song to me titled, from Cher, that was titled Just Like Jesse James. And I always hoped that I'd make 2.2 million a little more legally. Thank you.